welcome to my comprehensive current affairs batch as well as the Titan and Pinnacle batches. Once again, please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Siddharth, hello. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Good evening. Akash, Shweta, Tani, Dipan, Vita, Shanu. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Ishika, Christy, Suhebia, Narendra, Samarth. All right, all right. Rani, Khushbu, Sakshi, Nirupama. All right. All right, people. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. So, like I told you, we are catching up with a few of our backlogs from the erstwhile weeks. So let us cover that first. Once we finish with that, now already we have reached 5th, only another 9 days we need to catch up. So that we will catch up eventually. So let's look into the topics what we'll be taking over here. I tried making it as simple and as, confined as possible, so that we don't end up in, random discussions which may happen later, all of that. Clear? So let us take it further forward. So these are the topics. 16th Finance Commission, environment, we have wetlands and cheetahs. Give me a minute, people. So the topics what we are going to see today will be 16th Finance Commission. From environment, we have wetland and cheetahs. From society, we have IIT JEE, adaptive testing, rural entrepreneurship, Namaste scheme, Denotified tribes. From space sector, budget, defense, technology, also it is to do with budget only, but I clubbed it under S&T. From polity, governance and public administration, we have Supreme Court and WhatsApp metadata. From international relations, we have ODA. What is ODA? We will see it. Let us start with the first topic, which is the 16th Finance Commission. So first things first is to understand how is Finance Commission giving away funds. So Finance Commission, when it suggests, Finance Commission is a constitutional body under Article 280 that decides how the taxes should be divided, the total taxes collected, how it should be divided between center and states. And when we talk about this division, there are two things there. And what is that? From center to state, we have vertical devolution. Vertical devolution means the total money. That is, if you're talking about total taxes 100 rupees, out of this 100 rupees, how much should go to the center? How much should go to the states? So center will keep 59, states will keep 41. That is 41%. But that 41 which is being given to the state, it is not given equally. There are variations in it. And how are those variations? That is, on these basis only, money is given. Population 17.5, demographic performance 10, area 10, forest 10, per capita GSDP distance 42.5%, contribution to GDP 10. In other words, what does this mean? This fifth point. The other things, it is pretty much self-explainable. Population means the state with the highest population will get more share. Demographic performance means the state which has managed to bring down its overall population, they will get 10, area 10, forest 10, and the contribution to GDP, that is, if a state is really rich, 10. Per capita GSDP distance means Let us take a rich state like Karnataka and compare that with Bihar. What is the per capita income? Per capita GSDP. GSDP is gross state domestic product. And per capita GSDP means GSDP divided by the population. So obviously when you compare Karnataka and Bihar, Bihar will be poor. No doubt about it. So what is the gap between Karnataka's per capita GSDP and Bihar's per capita GSDP? More is the gap, more will be the allocation for Bihar. That is how it is. In a nutshell, if I were to tell this, it simply means poorest state, most populous state, they will get more share. The other states will get share, but not as much as this. To understand this better, what I have done is, I have again created this graph here, or rather slide here, where we have 14th FC, 15th FC, and 15th FC 21-26. So if you look at it, 14th FC is 2015 to 2020. That was the time period. 15th Finance Commission 2020 to 21. Why? Because that year we had COVID. So 1 year it made certain suggestions. Next year, if you see 2021 to 26, its time period was stretched. But is there any change in the allocation 2021 or 21-26? 45-45, 15-15, 15-15, 12.5, 12.5, 10-10, 2.5, 100. That means no change during COVID or post COVID. There is no change in the allocation. But look at the factors here. Income distance is what has been used, not per capita GSDP. Income distance they have used. Income distance means total income of the state. Got the point? Total income of the state is taken. So the richest state will remain the distance between the richest and the poorest state. So poorer you are, more allocation you will get. Area. Size of your state is more, 15 you will get. Population, 15 you will get. Demographic performance, 12.5. Forest and ecology, 10. Tax and fiscal efforts, again 2.5. What is this tax and fiscal efforts? 2.5. It is basically talking about the efforts taken by a state in collecting the taxes effectively. If a state is doing everything, online, collecting all the taxes, finding the defaulters, etc., then by default, what will happen? They will get some share. Now, population, do we have it here? 16th and 15th Finance Commission, if I were to compare, yes, population is there. Next, we have demographic performance. Demographic performance is also there. But the interesting thing is, for demographic performance, it is actually reduced. It has come down. Population has gone up by 17.5. Minus 2.5 is equal to 10. This has been plus 2.5 is equal to 17.5. Next one, area 10, forest 10. Area is 15. Forest and ecology, same. Per capita GSDP distance, 42.5. Income distance. So, let's throw this out one day. Then, contribution to GDP. Are you able to see that anywhere over here? That means this has been completely taken out. Instead of that, you have contribution to GDP. Which is 10. There's one slide. I'll come to that. Start early, 32, Uttar Pradesh to present India's Karnataka 3,000. No, Uttar Pradesh collecting more taxes. It is not that they are collecting more taxes, they are collecting taxes more efficiently. Income distance. Income distance simply means, like I told you, income when we calculate. Can we even compare this? What is the distance between the middle class and Ambani? Correct. It will be very huge, right? Huge it will be. There is no doubt about it. So who should be given more allocations or more benefit to the middle class? Correct? Because Ambani is having more income compared to the middle class here. Or even if you see it otherwise also, 10% of the population is owning 60% of the assets in the country. The remaining 90% is fighting for what? 40%. So income distance is nothing but the gap between the income of whatever you're comparing with. It could be between two individuals, it could be between two states, the total income, or just like how we saw over here, the GSDP per capita. Clear? Okay. Uttar Pradesh government collecting huge Zameen Asman ka farak. Total income of state is equal to income distance. No, total income of state is not income distance. If Bihar, that is as per 15th Finance Commission, if we are going to measure 15th FC, Bihar, and you are going to compare that with, let us say, Karnataka. So Karnataka's income is 100. Bihar's income is 10. What is the gap between these two? 90. That is the income distance. Understood? The gap. So the gap is high. So I have to lift Bihar. If I have to lift Bihar means I should give more allocation for Bihar. Why? Because this is one of the basic principle of our preamble or our constitution, which is got the point here. Income inequality is there everywhere, brother. It is not just in one place. It is there everywhere. Okay. Now other part of it. Agnes Preeti. Welcome to UPSC. You have to read the monthly current affair compilation. There is no other go. You have to read it. The next other option is to sit and read the newspaper and to make bulky notes, which you will never revise. You will keep writing it. It will only improve your handwriting. You have to read the monthly current affair compilation. You have to start doing it right away. Even if you're giving an attempt in 27, 28, whatever let it be, it is better if you start right away. Start with January 2026. Daily read 10 pages. But sir, there are so many topics. It is so confusing, this, that. Don't complain. That is how UPSC is. You have to expose yourself to multiple subjects and multiple topics. And you have to keep reading it. No other go. For current affairs, I have always told, never take up notes. Only the main factors here. Now in this slide itself, if you see, I have clearly told you what is the difference between 15th Finance Commission here and 16th Finance Commission. This is the new criteria with which horizontal devolution is being made. What is horizontal devolution? That is 41% went to the states. Now, between the states, how am I going to allocate the money? I will allocate money more to those states which are having high population and which is high on or low on income. Got the point here? As the population is rising, how does it affect the demographic profile? Aryan, it is not that population is rising. For more population, you give it there. That is only for the northern and the eastern states. Southern states, if you see, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka. In these states, especially, population is on the downward side. What is the major reason for it? Women empowerment. Women are relatively more safer in the southern states. I don't want to use the word southern here, but yeah, the 5 states are comparatively better place for women than any part of India. That is what we are talking about. We are not just talking about whether they are, it's about not just a matter of safety. It is also a matter about access to resources, education, health, sanitation, law and order, safety, all of this put together. if you actually see their ability to access jobs, southern states are on a higher side. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Come on. Most of the IT hubs, if you take, where are they? Bangalore, south. Chennai, south. Hyderabad, south. Now, Coimbatore is also coming up, south. Kochi, one IT park, some IT parks are there here and there, but still, fine. Chalo. Got the point here. What if the allocation isn't properly used by the government? They have to use it. They'll have to answer for it, because all these funds are all digital only. They'll have to answer why didn't they use it, etc. Got the point here. How to understand current affairs? Keep reading it. Nothing else. Current affairs is not about by hearting. Current affairs is about going on reading the same thing again and again. That is your problem, Shivam. Being not on time is your problem. Just for you, you want the entire 50-60,000 students who are watching this current affairs right now. Just for you, I will take it from beginning. Had hoti hai yaar. This was an offline class. I would have given you nicely only. You come on time. You don't come on time. That is your headache. Now observe, people. Andhra 4.2. I'm not sure to what extent you'll be able to see this, but still, in your Arunachal Pradesh 1, Assam 3, Bihar. $9.948. Chhattisgarh 3, Goa 0.3, Gujarat 3, Haryana 1, Himachal Pradesh 0.914, Karnataka 4, Kerala 2, Madhya Pradesh 7. Maharashtra 6, Manipur 0.6, Meghalaya 0.6, Mizoram 0.5, Nagaland 0.4, Odisha 4.4, Punjab 1.996, Rajasthan 5. Sikkim 0.3, Tamil Nadu 4, Telangana 2, Tripura 0.0, Uttar Pradesh 17.619. Uttarakhand 1.141, West Bengal 7.215. That means if I were to draw an Indian map, observe. Bihar is there, West Bengal is there, Madhya Pradesh is there, Maharashtra is there. What about Rajasthan? Rajasthan is also there. And UP is there. Literally, if you see, these are the states which are actually getting. These are the states which are getting what? The lion's share. So why is it that southern states are always complaining? You would have seen that constantly. Tamil Nadu government is telling we are not getting anything. They are only supporting BJP states. They are not supporting non-BJP states, etc. Well, let us look at the facts here. West Bengal is under BJP. No, right. And West Bengal is getting how much? 7.215. Uttar Pradesh is getting 17. Rajasthan it is 5. Maharashtra 6. 7. 9. Why? Population. These parts, if you actually see, it is huge on population. In fact, in Bihar, when they did a survey, basically almost every woman basically said that she needs minimum 3 children. Minimum 3 children should be there. Minimum. Maximum, let it be anything. And when they asked what is the reason for it, they said, big family is good, right? So they said, you have son preference. Let there be 3-4 sons. Let there be 3-4 daughters. What is wrong in it? And this has got nothing to do with poverty. Please understand that. The females who actually said that they want big family or they want more children, they are quite educated. They are from urban areas, etc. Maybe it is to do with a lot largely to do with the culture there, that they believe in big families. These regions, that is the point. And needless to say, some of the poorest places in India. The interesting thing is we are seeing Maharashtra coming in this list. Don't be surprised with it again, because for the reason that in Maharashtra, again, if you see, other than one Bombay and Pune, the rest of the state is not so really doing great. It is not really doing great. You have so many farmer suicides happening in the Vidarbha region, Marathwada, Vidarbha, those regions, etc. So it is pretty much impoverished. Got the point here? Ulta, let us now look at what is being given to the southern states. So southern states, if you see, Karnataka 4, Kerala 2, Telangana 2. No doubt about it, because Hyderabad is there. Tamil Nadu 4. So Karnataka and Tamil Nadu getting 4, Kerala, Telangana getting 2, and look at Andhra Pradesh, that is also at 4. Got the picture here? Correct? Correct? After having a son, those families stop having further children. That is largely there in the southern states. That trend is being seen. That is, if the first child is a boy, the chances that they will have subsequent children is very less. But if the first child is a girl, then they will try once more. If that becomes a boy, they stop. If the second is also a girl, the chance that they'll go for a third one to try again, very rare. Exactly, patriarchy, misogyny, all that. It is not, Siddharth, population is the issue. Got the point? Maharashtra contribute most to India's GDP, not Maharashtra. Okay, now that will become another controversy. The last thing that I need is MNS people to come all the way to Bangalore and start threatening me. One Bombay or more, one Pune is not sufficient. Number one. Number two, they too have what? Area is there, population is also there. When I said southern states, I clearly told you, it is basically what? Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. Okay, 1 minute. Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. These are the ones. Clear? Just give me a minute. Clear? So ये बात है. I mean, this is the thing. So moving on now. So the basic potential prelims question here is, you should know the difference between 15th and 16th Finance Commission about this allocation. Now in 16th Finance Commission, I told you that a new thing has been added. What is that new thing? Contribution to GDP. What is that contribution to GDP? That is, if a state is actually rich and it is contributing to GDP, it will get some more share. Got the point? It will get some extra share there. So that is the new factor here, because in the 15th Finance Commission, one of the major criticism was it is like you're punishing us, because southern states, what they are telling is, see, we invested in education, we invested in IT, we made all the changes here, we have created proper infrastructure, and because of that you're punishing us by giving us lesser and lesser allocation. You're going on rewarding those states which have not done anything. You're punishing us. Southern states kept on telling this. That is why 16th FC, what they did, they brought in a new factor now. That is, if you're contributing really well to the GDP, you will get a share of it. But again, if you look at the weightage totally, overall weightage, if you see, for most of the factors, what is it? It is 10, 10, 10, 10. The real game changers are what? Population, per capita, GSDP distance, 42.5 and 17.5. That is easily 60%. That is where northern, northwest to eastern states, they get the benefit of it. Clear? Moving on. Now wetlands. See, in this article, it is basically talking about just some plain facts as well as some data. Got the point? Some data, some definitions. Correct? World Wetlands Day 2026 was observed on February 2, 2026 under the theme Wetlands and Traditional Knowledge. These are all potential questions. Celebrating cultural heritage. Wetlands are ecosystems where land remains saturated with water, either permanently or seasonally, including marshes, lakes, floodplains, mangroves, lagoons, coastal and riparian systems. Anywhere land and water is there. Marshes, lakes, floodplains, mangroves, lagoons, coastal and riparian systems, river systems. Generally with a wetland, the thing is, water will not be moving. It won't be moving. It will be generally stagnant there. As a result of it, sometimes it will even, generate foul smell. But all said and done, because organic matter will be decaying and it will be releasing methane. Getting the point? Methane is smoke, odorless, but hydrogen sulfide is also released sometimes. That causes this foul odor. Okay, but all the same, it is sometimes a very good place for what? Biodiversity. Because sometimes it will be right in between, neither land nor water. So those places you will find birds will be there, aquatic habitat will be there, amphibian organisms like reptiles, they will be there, snakes will be there. Like that, it will be a nice ecology. This is what I was trying to tell earlier, sir. Southern states utilize relocation earlier than UP. Masira Nas. No, it is not that southern states utilized it early. That is not the reason. Governments in the southern states have made the necessary investments. See, I can give you money, but you need to make the investment correctly. Getting the point here. Why is it that no major businesses want to go and set up their business in Bihar or in UP? UP now things are changing, I agree. But Bihar still things are remaining the same rate. Bihar still things are remaining the same. Things have not drastically improved or something. Bihar even today, it is like, it is not a place where, known for its law and order. Or it is not even known for its civic sense. Got the point here? It is not just about allocation. It is also about the people there, whether law and order is there, whether there is law is respected or not, all that matters. That is the bottom line. Getting the picture here? Why is it that now always we will see in Mumbai now we are hearing about this Marathi issue. Bangalore we are hearing about the Kannada issue. Still when you ask Google, Microsoft, any major companies, first they go to these two cities. Mumbai will pretty soon become the data center capital of India. Why? This is the reason. Got the point here? River systems, Sumana. So that is the point. It has nothing to do with You allocate more money, they will develop. Now UP has changed. Why I would say is UP now they have made this much of allocation, right? UP last year, I think 30,000 crore. Surplus. UP was able to generate 30,000 crore revenue surplus. That is, they were able to generate additional wealth. 30,000 crore of additional wealth. Why? What has happened? Collecting taxes properly now. Fear is there now in people that you don't behave, you don't obey the law. There is a very good chance that police will encounter you. That fear is there. It is a real fear. Agreed. It is not necessary that only the villains will get killed, all good people will be saved. I'm not telling all that it is all roses and sunshine. But some sense of fear is there now in the society. The whole terminology, that is UP, Bihar, etc. earlier, even media used to call them as what? Jungle Raj. That is what they used to call it. Now that is not the scenario anymore. Correct? So UP has undergone a change. But unfortunately, Bihar, we are not seeing it still now. Bihar, it is still remaining like how it used to be. So we'll have to wait and watch whether ground level anything will change or not. Clear? Muthu Mageshwaran, it is not like that. It is like weightage. Weightage means, say for example, in UPSC, if you ask me, which subject has higher weightage? I will say polity. Polity has higher weightage, maybe say even compared to science and technology. I will say why polity has higher weightage, because from there at least 14 to 15 questions will come. For all said and done, Lakshmikant plus current affairs, if you focus properly on, you will clear. So I will give it a weightage of, let us say, 20% weightage I will give it. That means what? As a student, you should focus more on it. Your 1/5 of your time should go into polity. Similarly, if we are talking about 100 rupees to be shared, more weightage is given if that area is having larger forest. Because forest area is more means what? You have very little land for development or any infrastructure activity. If it is highly forested means. So you will give some allocation. If it has more forest means you will give some weightage to it. What is the weightage? 10%. That is what it means. Greenhouse effect. From where you are coming up with all these ideas? Now, one definition: cascading irrigation network are sequentially connected tanks where overflow from one feeds the next. One overflow will feed the next. That is, it will be placed like this. So if this overflows, that water will go here, then like this. This is generally done so that in case flooding or something happens, step by step, you can break the flow of the water. Clear? Moving further, around 50% of the remaining wetlands show ecological degradation. So 50% of the remaining wetlands are actually showing what? Ecologically degradation, are getting degraded. Why is it getting degraded? Main problem is land encroachment. So what people will do is they will go and put first waste into that area. Anyway, foul smell is coming, right? They'll go and dump waste. Later, when nobody is saying, they'll come and dump cement, then few rocks, again cement. They will flatten that area out. Then they'll start constructing what? Buildings. Real estate mafia. Automatically what happens? Wetland is destroyed. One of the biggest advantage of a wetland is, in case if it rains heavily, especially in urban areas, if it rains heavily, these wetlands, because water is there and land is also there, and this is mud is there, and here you have water. Excess rain happens, the water will enter. And once the water starts entering, it pushes the land, the ground beneath the water. it will push it. This will expand now. And as this expands, what happens? It will be able to absorb more water. These type of natural wetlands were there in plenty in most of the cities. They had either natural lakes were there or man-made lakes were there. Small lakes here and there were there. All of that went gayab, vanished. How? Real estate mafia. That is the reason why in most of the cities today we are facing what? Flooding issue. One rain and that's it. The whole city comes to a standstill. Got the picture here? It is there even for Bangalore. But I have told this a number of times. Bangalore, one advantage what none of the other metropolitan cities have is it is at a height. No matter how much ever it will rain, water always will flow from higher level to lower level. Give it 24 hours or 36 hours, even if no sunlight is there, it will come down. Eventually it will come down. That is not the case with a city like Mumbai or a city like Chennai or even a city like Hyderabad, Delhi, Kolkata. Got the logic here? Already told, defined it, read it out also. You can read it again. Approximately 40% of natural wetlands have been converted into infrastructure, real estate, and road networks. The laws and institutions. You have Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules, National Plan for Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystem, Coastal Regulation Zone Notification, Ramsar Convention on Wetlands. These three are Indian. These three, 2, 3, 4. This is the International Convention for Protecting Wetlands. In environment, when you study anything, there is a international convention will be there, an international rule or protocol or convention. You have to see then, okay, if this is the international rule, then what is the Desi rule? What is the Indian rule for it? Then prepare. This way, when you prepare, the topic will get over. Clear? Mangroves are trees. Mangroves are trees. You find them, say, for example, in Sundarbans, you find it. In Kerala, you find it. In most of the coastal places, in whichever area, you have salt water mixing with fresh water. Wherever salt water and fresh water meets. What is salt water? Sea water. Fresh water means river water. Wherever these two means, generally there you will have mangroves growing. That is mangrove. It's a tree. Wetland means, like I told you, it is like an intermediary. It is neither land, neither completely land, nor it is completely water. It is something in between. Clear? Ramsar, city of Iran. Now a map work. Lauga cave network in the Arar area of northern Saudi Arabia. Note it down. Clear? Nothing great there other than only one information. What is that? They found there, I know this doesn't look like cheetah. This looks like leopard. But ChatGPT, unfortunately, it is not so intelligent like how we think. No matter however you give the comment, they'll come with some sort of jugad. Naturally mummified cheetahs were discovered. What is mummification? Natural mummification, that is either extreme cold or something was there, as a result of which the dead bodies of those cheetahs did not undergo biodegradation and they remained protected there. So in a cave, basically they discovered naturally mummified bodies of cheetahs. They are discovered. What is the cave name matters to us? Lauga Cave Network in the Arar area of northern Saudi Arabia. You can expect this as match the following in maps. Clear? Correct, Rohit. Correct. Name, brother. Name it is Gunjan. Gunjan. Brother or sister. Now, this is a very repeatedly asked topic. Repeatedly asked topic only, I would say. Odisha has 2 mass nesting grounds. Mass nesting ground means what? Nesting ground of what? Olive Ridley turtles. See, turtles, they come to the beach, they will lay their eggs. Once the eggs are laid, it will hatch. The baby turtles will come out. Now, normally, how this process is supposed to work is when a full moon is there. Around the time when a full moon is there and when a high tide is there, because when full moon is there, generally tide also will increase. Why? Because of the gravitational pull of the moon. Okay. Now, egg has hatched. Turtles come out. They move in the direction of the moon. And they keep moving, they will reach the water. Getting the picture here? So this is the turtles that hatch in the beach, they move looking at the moon's light and they are supposed to move. But what has happened thanks to all the anthropogenic activities, that is human activities, along the beach road we have kept what? Street light. Correct. Now the Ridley turtle doesn't know which is a street light, which is the moon. It only knows what? Move in the direction of light, because that is inbuilt in them. So what they will do is, instead of moving towards the water, they will go in the ulta direction. Getting the point here? They will start moving in the ulta direction, looking at a light is there. That will be a street light. They will enter into the road. Vehicles will be going. Pachak. End of the story. That is the reason why many of these places, generally when this mass nesting etc. occurs, they will shut off the lights in that area so that these turtles will move only towards where? Towards the water. Some places again, they have started something called as, long time ago only they have started this, it is called turtle walk. It is there even in Chennai. It is called turtle walk. You have only one job. If the turtle start moving in the opposite direction, pick it up, turn it around and put it in this direction and it will keep moving in. And you can, maybe you will light a torch or something just to tell them that, oh, follow the light. And they'll keep following. Once they reach the water, they will swim away. Got the point here? This is how it works. Exactly. So saving them becomes very important. So in Odisha, there are 2 such mass nesting sites, and they are Gairmata and in Kendrapara district, and Rushikulia mouth in Ganjam district. No outsider is allowed to visit Gahir Mata as it comes in the proximity of Integrated Test Range, Chandipur, India's Missile Testing Center. Clear? So this is what you need to understand from this repeated question in almost every exam. Now, a wonderful news for people who are sitting and preparing for IIT JEE. They are going to change the way the exam is going to be conducted. 99.9999% it is going to happen. What is it? Normally, we have Article 14, correct? Article 14 means what? Right to equality. Simply means all of us will get the same question paper. All of us will get the, like, 4 sets will be there. A, B, C, D. If you are talking about UPSC. A, B, C, D sets are there, but questions are the same. Just that they have been arranged differently. Question, answer, all are the same. Just it has been arranged differently. So the first question in A could be the 10th question in B, the 20th question in C, or the 50th question in D. But the questions are the same. Correct? This is traditional way of conducting the exam. What do you mean by adaptive testing? Adaptive testing means, first of all, it is a psychometric test. So what is the psychometric test? It's a scientific test meant to analyze your intelligence, your cognitive ability, your mental aptitude, all of this. How? That is, I will prepare a range of questions. A range of questions will be there from easy, medium, difficult, which will cover the entire syllabus. Okay? So, this is normally there for IIT JEE. What is so great? I'll tell you what is great in this. So, the first question, this will be completely computerized. That is the first and foremost thing. Completely computerized. Number one. First question, they will generally give a medium based question, medium difficulty question. You won't know also whether it is medium difficult, difficult, whatever it is. But system will give you a medium question, medium difficulty question. Let us say the person did not answer this. The second question will be an easy question. Means what? Based on the responses that you are giving, the grade of questions will keep changing. And then by the end of the day, by the time you finish giving the paper itself, you will get to know whether you are going to clear the prelims or not. Ulta scenario, let us say medium question, you cleared. It will move to difficult. You cleared that also. Difficulty will go one more notch above. You cleared that also. That means what? You are like pakka thorough with this. That means for each individual, the level of difficulty will keep varying. So if you keep solving it, difficulty will pick up. You are not solving it, you are making it wrong, difficulty level will keep coming down. It will vary now. This adaptive testings trial run they are going to do this year for IIT JEE. Got the point here? Any doubts? Toppers will survive this. Nothing like that, others. See, I will tell you, first of all, see, understand. Now, is the system used anywhere? It is used. IIT Council has proposed a 2-year transition period. The proposed transition period is from 2026 to 2028. Free and optional adaptive mock tests are planned for 2026. International testing systems such as GRE and GMAT uses adaptive testing models. Purpose what it will service, it is a little more individualistic. So you clearly know in which area a student is lacking in. Got the point here? In which area? Now, when I generally take a question paper, somebody cleared UPSC Prelims, I won't know where that person really scored well or really didn't do well. I will never get to know. Correct? Person cleared. That much I know. I don't know where they were, which was their strength area, which was their weak area. Here you will really get to know which is the strength and weak area of the student. Based on that, you can even decide whether this person has to clear the prelims or not. If the person has very good acumen in one section, let us say physics, that person is very good. But biology, they are totally weak. Or maths, they are totally weak. Forget biology. Maths, they are totally weak. Out. Or maths, they are really good. Physics, they are really weak. Out. Got the point here? That means with this system in place, individual cutoffs can be made easily possible. Sectional cutoffs can be made easy. And this is a system what is there in GRE and GMAT. That is why even preparing for GRE, GMAT is not at all easy. Exactly, Arun. That is the first and foremost issue here. Because this is India, now how will we get to know whether this is transparent or not? How will we get to know that the algorithm is let us say we are all sitting and writing all India level exam. What guarantee is there that in any center, in one particular center, they are not doing some illegal stuff over there? How will we get to know? Best example or worst example for that is SSC, Staff Selection Commission exam. Every year, one or the other issue is there. Correct? So it is not at all easy to conduct this type of exam in India where there is so much opacity in terms of what? Infrastructure. Who is setting up this question paper? Who is available in India right now to set up a paper like this? These things needs to be answered. That is the reason why they have asked for what? A transition period from 26 to 28. Slowly they will change it. That means probably we can expect from this year onwards or next year onwards, at least 10 or 15 questions will be there, maybe of this methodology. Slowly they will push it. Got the idea? Questions won't be same for everyone. Prahansa, Prashansa. It won't be the same. That is the point here. So I will get what type of questions will depend upon my caliber. If I have studied really well, I will be getting tougher questions. If I have not studied really well, I'll be get lower questions. So the thing is, even if I would have answered all the easy questions correct, it is still not necessary that I will clear the exam. Because I only answered easy questions. I only answered, let us say, 30% of the syllabus properly. So whoever does the difficult questions completely, covering almost 90% of the syllabus, they get it. Easily. Rank, how will you give? It will be $1 million question. Because, wonderful again, who asked that? J. Shravan Kumar. It is a very good question because I will tell you that for that also, GRE and GMAT, there is no ranking there. It is either you clear it, you don't clear it. Correct? Same funda it will be. You cleared it or you didn't clear it. But GRE, GMAT, do you really think some 5 lakh or 6 lakh people are sitting and writing that exam every year? Very less people write it because first of all, GRE, GMAT, just to apply for that exam itself, it's damn costly. It's not at all cheap. It's a very costly exam it is. Even coaching for it is very costly. People spend a bomb on it to crack that exam. So how are you going to bring it for IIT JEE? Because you need to now allocate the ranking, etc. Based on that only you will allocate the seats, all of that. How is that going to work out? We will have to wait and watch. Whether it will be wrong, whether it will be not, we will see. We'll go through it now. IIT Council has recommended that an expert committee examine the feasibility of making the joint entrance exam advanced adaptive. Adaptive testing is a computer-based assessment model in which the sequence of questions changes based on a candidate's response. Traditional competitive examinations present the same set of questions to all candidates. Traditional scoring is largely based on total number of correct responses. Adaptive testing is based on item response theory. Item response theory is a psychometric framework that models the probability of a correct response based on candidate's ability and question difficulty. Like I told you, the simplified version means what? What answer you have given, whether it was an easy question or difficult question. Based on that, you will get the next question. In adaptive testing, a calibrated question bank is prepared with questions of varying difficulty covering the full syllabus. Calibrated means easy, medium, difficult, like that. A huge question bank will be there. Huge. Based on that, it will be done. Clear? Correct? The test generally begins with a medium difficulty question. If the response is correct, the system selects a more difficult question using psychometric models. If the response is incorrect, the system selects an easier question. After each response, the computer recalculates the candidate's estimated ability level. That means with each answer that you give, computer is constantly analyzing your aptitude and your ability. Clear? Taking it further forward, the test concludes when a predefined assessment precision level is reached or when the required number of syllabus items has been tested. Adaptive testing aims to measure candidates' ability more precisely using fewer but better targeted questions. Different candidates may receive different questions but are assessed on a common underlying scale. That is whether you answered at least 70 to 80% of the entire syllabus. That is the point. Even now what people will do is they will handpick, right? These are the important areas. Like how I will always say, when you're talking about prelims, it is from historical background to all the way till fundamental duties. That is the most important area for prelims. I keep on telling that, correct? And I keep telling you, focus on that more. When we talk about medieval history also, I tell, yes, read it once, entire syllabus, chapter, whatever. But focus a little more on what that Vijayanagara Empire, that, this, etc. Because that is the area where again they ask questions from. Clear? Yeah, we'll have to wait and watch how this is going to work out. Computerized adaptive testing has been used by global testing agencies for over 25 years. That means it is nothing new. It is there since 2000s. From that time it is there. Now we are trying to bring it to India. In the Indian constitutional framework, equality of opportunity is often interpreted as uniform question papers for all candidates. Article 14 of the Constitution of India guarantees right to equality. An adaptive model may face legal scrutiny under Article 14 if score normalization processes lack transparency. That is, how are you going to put the score now? I answered all difficult questions correctly. Somebody answered all easy questions correctly. Somebody answered all medium questions correctly. How are you going to put the score? And on what basis again? Difficult score will have higher weightage, medium, lesser, easier, even lesser than that. On what basis are you deciding this is easy, that is medium, third one is difficult? For example, somebody said over here, if a studious student is there, for him difficult questions are like easy questions. There is a very average student for whom even medium questions will look like difficult question. So where do you draw the line? Got the picture here? Algorithm opacity may generate legal concerns related to bias and equity. That is, how are you going to make its algorithm? Its coding is there, right? How are you going to make it? And who will check it? Who will ensure that, yes, this test is safe, this test is foolproof? In other words, it is going to open a fresh can of worms, a Pandora's box. That is what it is going to do. We are going to see a lot of legal litigations. We are going to see a lot of fear, psychosis. Even more number of students will now what? Go to coaching academies. Got the point here? Because uncertainty levels are very, very high. GRE, GMAT, now somebody asked, why, what is this? These are basically minimum tests that you have to clear if you need to get admission into a good college in US or Europe. So if you have very high GRE and GMAT scores, sometimes you will even end up getting 80 to 85% scholarship. Earlier, very few people knew about these exams. Now many people are aware, competition is very, very high. So GRE, GMAT score is very high. Even if it is high, it doesn't guarantee today a scholarship. Why? Because how international universities give scholarship is, they gave it for one scholarship for whole of Asia. Asia means from where to where. Getting the picture here. In entire Asia, India alone has some, what? At easily 30 to 40 crore youngsters. Correct? Then count the other countries, count China also into it. So getting an admission is not easy, scholarship. But if you have very high GRE, GMAT scores, GRE or GMAT score, then some concession you will get in for, in what? In your tuition fees. In my Zaman, it was 10 lakh, 20 lakh, etc. But today, 1 year tuition fees and entire expenses in, what is it? Any country, Australia, New Zealand, America, Europe, etc. 1 year with all the expenses will come to 1 CR. 2 years, it will come to another 1 CR. Easily 2 crore. Pay 2 crore, go and do a foreign degree and get into a job. When will you finish covering this? Think about it. When will you even finish paying it? Got the idea here? It is not at all easy. It is never easy. People think that, oh, Gaya, he is lucky, he went abroad. Abroad is not as lucky as how it used to be. That level of salary or that level of payment is no more there abroad. It is basically like hand to mouth existence. You can save on a lot of money only if you know cooking. If you don't know cooking, you're finished. Correct, Arun? Stress levels, suicide rate. Children, array, it is Ishika, stop saying that. Children are being treated as rats. It is not, that is not the case here. The case is now Ratta Maro and become an engineer. Are you seeing that trend here now? A child is purposefully sent to a coaching institute where that child by hearts thinks, no interest, somehow vomited everything, ends up becoming an engineer. Got the point? Here they really want to see the subject knowledge now. So the only thing for this is very simple. Everybody pursue what they like. That is the only solution to all of this. Because for Indian parents even today, it is nothing but what IIT JEE, then NEET. In some parts of India, CA. Very few into CLAT. Some are into NDA, CDS. Then, if none of this means what? UPSC. Got the point here? That is the real villain, the expectation of Indian parents. Moving on. Bihar's economic survey, this is the report that they have given. Dog bite cases in Bihar, over 2.83 lakh cases of dog bites reported in 24-25. Around 776 people suffered dog bites every day in the state. Every day. Got the point here? Absolutely, it will require AI. Energy, obviously, right? That much energy is needed. That much of computers are needed. You need webcams to monitor the students, to monitor the center. All that you need. Biometrics will be used heavily for all these exams to really verify that if it is the same person or not. Moving further. Rural entrepreneurship, strictly scheme-based. Program is called Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission. It is implemented by the Ministry of Rural Development. Okay, what is the purpose? National Rural Livelihood and Women Empowerment Program. Giving strength to women. Core objective is mobilization of rural households into community-based institutions for livelihood, enhancement and women empowerment. That is bringing the rural households together, form a community, thereby enhance the opportunities for women financially. For example, how many households have they brought now? 10 crore households. What is the institutional structure for this? 91 lakh self-help group. Cluster level bodies of self-help group at a village level for coordination and financial management. 5.35 lakh village organizations. Clusters means one group of village, one group of self-help groups put together. Let us say 10 self-help groups. This is one cluster. Like that, we have around 5.35 lakh village organizations. Sub-block level formally registered. Who is that? Thomas Shelby. Thomas Shelby, I'll tell you one interesting aspect of it. Good that you pointed it out. Conveniently, the economic survey only talks about the number of dog bites. What the survey doesn't talk about is how many people died because of rabies. Conveniently, there is no data. There is no data for it. Got the point here? Why there is no data? If data is there, then automatically others will say, if this many people are dying because of dogs, Don't we think there is a public concern here? Public health concern it is now. Not only health, even life. So shouldn't we then reduce their number? People will ask, even High Court can ask or Supreme Court can ask. I don't want them to ask. So what will I do? Don't maintain that data only. Because how else will I sell the rabies vaccine? 776 people are getting bitten on a single day means that is 76 vaccines. Put simple 1,000 rupees you put for the entire vaccine. We are talking about rupees and GST etc. you add. We are easily looking at some rupees 8 lakh worth of sales. Sales in vaccination occurs in a single day. 2.83 lakh, right? Multiply that to 1,000. Got the point here? Glad to know you are from Bangladesh. After completing engineering, doing job, you can do any job. Any job that gives you money, go and do it. Why you are talking only about engineering? I know 2 doctors who have become influencers. Why? 2 doctors completed MBBS. They have no interest in giving NEET PG. 2 doctors. They have left it. Why have they left it? 45,000 rupees is the starting salary after completing MBBS that you get. 45,000 rupees. For how many hours of work? 12 to 14 hours of work. No Sunday also sometimes. Monthly 2 Sundays you won't get. You can forget it. This is the reality. Everybody. Anybody will do that. All this nonsense what the 3 Idiots movie has tried to portray. Life doesn't work like that. People ultimately will finally, that is what I will tell you. Now you're all in that idealistic age. No, I want to do Desh Seva. No, I want to only do what I studied. This is the real thing. Blah, blah, blah. Don't follow all those crap. Ultimately, you need to take care of yourself. Ultimately, you need to take care of your family. Whatever gives you money, legally, pick it up. That's it. Subblock level formally registered community institutions anchoring programs. So you have around 33,558 cluster level federations. Credit accessed by the self-help group is around more than 11 lakh crore. Non-performing asset ratio is just 1.7%. One thing about generally what they have found is when you generally give loan to women pay the interest or the principal, everything on time. That means here if you look at it also, it is basically 98.3% of women actually pay the loans on time. Only 1.7% is creating issue. Dogs bite when they are threatened. Nice. 2-year-old was eaten up in Hyderabad. 2-year-old. It was playing. Dogs entered that compound, attacked it, brought it down, bit it on its neck, ate it up. Where was the threat? Where was the threat? It was playing in its compound. 2-year-old did not go out. 2-year-old was where it is supposed to be there. Dogs entered that place. Not 1 or 2, 5 or 6, a pack. And bit it, killed it. Okay, all this logic and all, it is very nice to hear as long as it is not, we are not the ones who are getting the bite. Self-help group members earning more than 1 lakh per annum. Around more than 2 crore members. I know some of you are like, just 1 lakh. In village area, earning more than 1 lakh, especially if you are a woman, that's a big deal. That is a huge deal there. That's it, they will buy it. Beside hospital, that is the point. Influencers won't do MBBS, don't worry. See, it is being vaccinated everywhere. See, vaccination or even if you do sterilization, it does not guarantee what? That it will not bite you. Got the point here? It will still bite you. And you will still have to take the vaccination. This entire lobbying for this dog is based on that. Stop the dog bite means vaccine sale will come down. Simple. What are the state examples? So you have Lakpati Didis, Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana, which is a direct benefit transfer scheme in Bihar. Rupees 10,000 transfer to more than 1 crore women beneficiaries. Similarly, Tamil Nadu right now, because elections is around the corner, what Tamil Nadu has done is they have adopted this Bihar model. Before elections now, I think they have put some 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees into the accounts of all the women. All the women, they did it. So there is a very good chance that DMK will come back to power again. Very high chances there. So the appraisal cycle, that is, they will basically see, appraisal cycle means basically they will check how this is working from 2026 to 2030. Best examples are Kudumbashree model in Kerala and Jivika in Bihar. Functioning models of strong federated institutions. Federated means these are having enough amount of independence. Financial assistance to strengthen capital base of community institutions. That means give them more money, enough access to capital. 56.69 lakh crore has been provided from the center side. Correct? Many are there. Convergence with Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. What is this convergence? What does this convergence mean? How we are trying to increase the income. That is by collaborating with other departments also. That is, you can get easily loan for getting cow, goat, poultry farming, aqua farming, all of that. Generate income. Sell the fish, sell the eggs, or sell the meat and make money. Positive outcomes observed. Then these are some general points. Just read through it. Form 7, which is often in news. Especially to all the people here, those who are going to give your attempt. There are various forms of Election Commission of India. I think in a very old current affair class, I have taken it. Some 4-5 months ago, I have given it in full. So what you do is, even if you didn't have access to it now, fine. Just Google and find it out. What are the different forms? What is its purpose? Form 7 is an official document from the Election Commission of India used to request the deletion of a name or object to the inclusion of a name in the electoral roll. It is used to remove names due to death, shifting, or ineligibility. That is, either the person is underage or non-citizen, etc. It can be filed online through the NVSP portal or physically with the Electoral Registration Officer, ERO. As usually, it's sufficient. In my calling to whenever they see me, start barking and run behind me, trying to bite. Now the Namaste scheme. Union government released national data on enumeration of waste pickers for the first time. The data was tabled in Parliament by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It is being conducted under the Namaste scheme. Namaste scheme aims to formally recognize sewer workers, septic tank workers, and waste pickers and provide protective equipment. Objective of the scheme includes eradication of deaths due to hazardous cleaning of sewers and septic tanks. So this, often you would have seen this news coming up. That is, sewage cleaners went down or they went to clean septic tank and then they die. Why do they die? See, when you open anything, any place which has been kept covered for a long time, and especially where sewage and septic tank is there, methane will be heavy. Oxygen content will be very less. So when you open such tanks, first thing what you have to do is you have to leave it open and you have to get a blower, like a fan, put it there, run the fan, wait at least for half an hour or 45 minutes. Why? You need the oxygen to enter there, displace the carbon dioxide out, then only you have to enter. Otherwise, as you start entering, the oxygen levels will start dropping drastically. You will not realize it. You will be coming down. You will find some difficulty in breathing, and the oxygen levels, when it drops, you will become unconscious. In insufficient oxygen, when you start breathing, carbon monoxide forms. 15 minutes, you lose consciousness. Another 15 minutes, if you lie there, you're out. You die. Clear? So basically, government, to keep a track of it, etc., they came out with a Namaste scheme. So understand, Deen Dayal Antyodaya National Rural Livelihood Mission, coming under Ministry of Rural Department. Correct? Coming to Namaste scheme, coming under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, to keep a track of rag pickers, sewage workers, septic tank workers, etc. Got the point? Now, who are waste pickers? Waste pickers are defined under the scheme as persons informally engaged in collection and recovery of reusable and recyclable solid waste from streets, bins, material recovery facilities, processing and waste disposal facilities for sale to recyclers directly or through intermediaries for livelihood. Basically, working in and around waste in the informal sector. CDS exam is there. September to not September, at least from May month onwards, look at the current affair. At least 1 year's current affair if you are going for any competitive exam. So let us look at the data here. Of the total 1.52 lakh waste pickers registered under Namaste, 74,427 are women, 78,374 are men. Of waste pickers belonging to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC, 84.5% comes from SC, ST and OBC. Got the point here? Of total waste pickers numbering 16,329 individuals belong to the general category. Very few belong to the general category, otherwise majority is from the poor background. Clear? See, that making Roberts and all, it has limitations. Understand that. Bangalore is one city where every day or every month number of population that keeps entering into the city is so huge that even Roberts will give their resignation and they will run away. That much of waste is generated here. Clear? Yash Pal Sin Rajput. Dogs will keep something in mind if you have done something wrong with them. I know this will not be liked by many dog lovers, but I will tell you the ulta is also true. If you stand your ground and give one palar to them, that also they will remember and they won't come anywhere near you. Got the point here? It is important when you give once, when you turn around and give one back, then they will not come behind you. Then they will run away. That is the point. You would have seen all those videos, right? Some dogs will unnecessarily go and try to bite a horse or a cow, but one kick from it, it will never come near that. That is the point. Dogs are also something, an animal, which actually tries to size up its enemy. If you show fear, it will attack you. You don't show fear, stand your ground. If it gets close, give one nice whack with whatever you have, it won't come near you. That is the reality. Do it only if you have the kaleja for it, otherwise don't do. Running is the next best option. 89,000 sewer entry and septic tank workers were enumerated. 95.8% men among sewer and septic tank workers. No feminist want to work in this field. Alright? 95.8% of the men are men who clean septic tanks. Yeah, it is true. It is running. You are never going to outrun a dog. You are never going to outrun. The only thing is stand there. And if it will always do that. Before biting, it will actually start. It will start doing that. Take one more step forward. That's it. Only do the stunt if you have it in you to give one whack. Otherwise, don't. Otherwise, stand straight and look up or something. Don't even look at its eye. Start praying. मैं उस दुनिया से नहीं हूँ. मैं किसी और दुनिया से हूँ. All that you start doing. Probably the dog will run away listening to your Batsurat Gana. 91.95% again from SC, ST, OBC among sewer and septic tank workers as of December 2024. Clear? Kavya, it is already there in Supreme Court, right? Let the decision come from there. Then we will see. Priyanka Chopra crying in the corner. Arey, Priyanka Chopra has enough number of bodyguards. We only have one body to guard. Now this denotified tribe, nomadic tribe, etc. This I will tell you one thing. Denotified tribes, nomadic tribes, semi-nomadic tribes, they don't come under any reservation. Any reservation they don't come. Originally, they belong to Criminal Tribes Act was first enacted in 1871. That is, certain tribes were brought under Criminal Tribes Act. Why they did it also I will tell you. This was back in the British days. So British, when they came here, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, they established their rule, blah, 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 blah. Most of the kings lost their power. When they lost their power, they lost revenue also. Because kings lost their revenue, depending on the kings, there were many, craftsmen, weavers, etc. Now, all these people basically, they lost their revenue. Some of them, yes, turned towards agriculture. But others, what they did, agriculture, they had no clue or what to do, etc. They started using their skills basically for robbery. And that too, they will attack the British vehicles or etc. Guerrilla warfare. They'll come attack, they'll snatch everything, then they will run away. So this used to happen frequently. So what the British did was that they started naming these tribes and putting them under what? Criminal tribes, a list. Criminal Tribes Act was amended in 1924. Criminal Tribes Act was repealed in August 31, 1952. It was repealed. But let me tell you the reality. Even in jails today also, if you go, these tribes are recognized by the fact that this one is criminal tribe. They are identified like that, and they are given all these random jobs in the sense cleaning jobs are given to them. Cleaning jobs, hard labor jobs, that is given to them. If you are from general category, etc., you are a criminal from general category, you will be given in charge of what? Library, kitchen, keeping the accounts, how many vegetables, how much this, that, etc. Those easygoing jobs are given. That is, even in jails also, you have this caste hierarchy being followed. After seeing this news, you are in tension. Udit Daima. Let me tell you, dog is there, fine. But always take it for vaccination. And one more thing I will tell you, just because you are vaccinated, one thing that every dog lover should remember is, let us say you have a small cut in your leg, or even in your hand. Your dog comes and licks it. Okay. Immediately go and wash it off. No, this is like my son, this is like my daughter. Your original son or original daughter licks you, nothing is going to happen to you. Dog licks you, it will lead to a bacterial infection. And if you leave it like that, don't worry, the only solution is amputation. Hand goes off. What and all advantages are there? So, bottom line of this article I will tell you, denotified tribes basically wants their names to be included under ST, scheduled tribes, under the new caste census which will be taken in 2027. That is their demand. That is what they are demanding to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So they have also recommended inclusion of denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes in the census. Office of the Registrar General of India agreed to include these communities in the upcoming caste enumeration. A virtual meeting with community leaders was held on January 30. Community leaders have demanded a separate column and code in census forms to prevent misclassification. Some leaders are also seeking subclassification within denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes based on graded backwardness. Shouldn't punishment be according to the crime? Punishment is always according to the crime only, Arushi. What I am talking about is, generally there is a hierarchy. Even in jails also, the treatment given to the prisoners are highly dependent on what type of caste they are from. For example, I will tell you this. This Bihar Files or something, a web series is there in Netflix, which talks about a cop's journey and how he brought down a criminal and all that. So basically, when he finally caught that criminal, he put a mala, a chappal, garland around him. Okay. So I wanted to know what is the backside story of it. I started Googling it. And what that criminal who was finally arrested by this celebrated, rough and tough cop, IPS officer, was that he basically told, it is only because I was from a lower caste, the cop had the guts to put a chappal garland around me. Would he do that to somebody from the higher caste? Got the point here? That means in India, even if you're born a lower caste, the hurdles that you have to cross just to get respect is so high. It is so high. That is the reason why most of these lower caste people or SC, ST people, OBC people, etc., they leave their villages and come to cities. Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kolkata, I'm not so sure, but yeah, they generally come to these places because there they have caste anonymity. Got the logic there? Nobody will ask their caste. And everybody there. Now here, it is a normal thing. Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. Whoever it is, somebody from North India, somebody from Bihar, somebody from UP, somebody from Rajasthan, whatever. They don't care. Starting what they call Bhaiya. Bhaiya, ek aur Pani Puri. One more Pani Puri. One more, Pav Bhaji. Correct? They sell it over here. They easily end up making 1.5 to 2 lakhs in a month. On top of it, they are respected, Bhaiya. Because back in their villages, Bhaiya is a term only used for people from upper caste. So here they get respect, here they get money. So what happens over here? They settle over here. Got the logic here? You would have noticed one thing. In Bangalore especially, you will never see these Panipuri wala, samosa wala, etc. having a trouble with Kannada actually. Have you seen that? They won't create any trouble. They will smile. If somebody comes, hey, Kannada, speak in Kannada, they will smile. Swalpa, barte. That is how they will say. Little only I know. Please, leave me alone. Please, let me sell this. You want Pani Puri, I'll give you. This is how they talk. You will generally not see them creating trouble there or facing trouble there. Got the logic? Because they are like, it is okay. I just want to make my money. Just leave me alone. Because they have faced even more bigger nonsense in their villages. Living with dignity is everyone's right. Arushi, that is only good in metropolitan cities. That is only good in metropolitan cities. Only till there. The more you move away from a metropolitan city and you more move towards a rural area, there is nothing like that. It is all about Malsya Nyaya of Kautalya. Bigger, mightier you are, you will crush the person who is having less strength. Clear? Space budget. Now this entire article is basically again a continuation of what some of in our comprehensive current affairs batch we saw. Department of Space administers the Indian Space Program. ISRO functions under the Department of Space. Overall growth of budget trend from 2012 to 2013. From that point to today, if you see the total budget, we can see 182% increases there. Peak growth took place between 14 to 19. But however, last 5 years, there has been a slowdown. Total expenditure, 2019-2020 expenditure is around 13,017 crore. COVID-19 brought a temporary slowdown. 26-27 budget is 5.3% higher than last year. New Space India Limited will generate 1,403 crore. What is the bottom line here? See, basically what is happening in space sector, I told this earlier to my CCA batch, but I'll tell it to you also. They are trying to generate wealth from where? Selling commercial activities. That is, if ISRO develops something, sell it to a private player, make money, utilize it for the space operation, or launch foreign satellites, money you will get, utilize it for space operation. Some private colleges, private individuals want to try launching their satellite, take money from them, utilize it for space operation. In other words, budget allocation wise, if you actually see, it is very, very less in this last few years. Huge budget allocation is not happening. On top of it now, what is the difference in last year's and this year's budget? Wow. Very simple question. In one word, how am I supposed to answer it? This year's budget is actually a little better in terms of vision, if you see. What is a SIR? You answer my question first. Power sector comes under critical infrastructure. Banking does not come under critical infrastructure. Finance comes under critical infrastructure. Transport does not come under critical infrastructure. Telecom comes under critical infrastructure. Space does not come under critical infrastructure. How many statements are correct? D. D. Option A. Yo. Sorry. Only 3. Power sector comes under critical infrastructure. That is true. Banking does not come under. That is false. Banking comes under critical infrastructure. Finance comes under it. Correct. Transport does not come under. No. Transport comes under it. Telecom comes under critical infrastructure. Again true. Space does not come under critical infrastructure. That is also true. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 statements are correct. Answer is D. When something comes under critical infrastructure, when you categorize something as critical infrastructure, the advantage is you get long-term loans at reduced interest rate. Very less interest rate only you will have to pay them. This advantage space sector does not have. Space sector again does not have the advantage of input tax credit. ITC also they don't get. They end up paying around 18% of the GST for any component that they import. So for all these reasons, what the article is basically telling is this will actually cripple our space sector. This is not done. You should improve the funding. But what government is thinking is any which way let ISRO generate its wealth. The whole idea behind government is, let me tell you now, PSUs also, if you see now, PSUs year on year, PSUs have been, profit has been increasing of PSUs. Why? Because government has made it very clear. You perform, you are there. You don't perform, you perish. So if you don't perform as a PSU, I will privatize you. So whatever money PSUs are supposed to be what? Generating wealth, which is what they are doing now. ISR also they are telling the same thing. You generate your wealth. Whatever money you want, you generate it. Got the point here? Space is not under it. That is what I am telling you. Banking is critical infrastructure because you need banking sector in the remotest parts of our country. In some rural parts of our country, we still have what? Informal loans. Where the interest rate ranges between 36% to 120%. Interest rate. It is not that space assets are not important for defense or anything. The idea is you generate your wealth, man. You generate whatever you want. You generate it, you use it. Government will give a minimal support. The rest you generate it. That is the logic. Comes UPSC mains, and what should be my approach of writing this answer? Write it should be the positive approach towards the who was the question in positive. Aryan Chowdhury. Compress your question and ask it straight away. Space comes under. Space does not come under critical infrastructure. अब लिखना भी पड़ेगा क्या? Ha. Here. Correct. You generate your wealth. You generate it. You sell things. Make your assets. Do it off. It is not that the space is struggling for wealth. That is not there. Struggling for capital. No, that is not there. They are having enough money with them. That is why they are making all these $1 million plans, right? We will launch Gaganyaan mission, Chandrayaan 3 mission, Gaganyaan mission, that mission, this mission. If you actually see till 2035 or till 2040, full planning is there. Every plan has been made till 2035, 2040. So what is happening there? There is money. But you make it. I will only give you minimal. Rest you generate. Earlier, we used to give a chunk to it. That is, as we clearly saw, from 2012 to 2013. From 2012-2013 to current levels, if you actually compare and see, how much percentage has increased? 182%. Compared to 2012-2013 levels, it's a 182% increase. That means it has increased drastically. Close to 200% it has increased. But it is still less. That is what the article is telling. Because where is government focusing more on? Government is actually more interested in ये कौन है? Government is more interested in defense budget. There is no criteria as such. It is a recognition or a title given by the government. There is no special criteria as such. Generally, if you notice it, critical infrastructure tag or title is given to those areas where government feels still things needs improvement. If you overall see the critical infrastructure, now this question itself, if you see, power sector, do we have electricity, pan-Indian 100% electricity connectivity? No. Do we have complete 100% banking everywhere? Again, no. Do every Indian, are they part of financial inclusion? Do they have access to finance? Finance, when we say, it is not just about opening a bank account. It is about having access to money, insurance, share market. Answer is no again. Transportation, obviously no. We don't have. Telecom sector, internet connectivity, phone connectivity, again the answer is no. That is why these are the most focused areas. Space sector is not brought under it purposefully because it is like, let them do. They are doing well only, right? Let them generate it. Funding is there. It is not that ISRO. Did ISRO chairman come and say, central government is not at all funding us? How will we start this experiment? They are not saying that, right? No ISRO chairman has come and told that we are having a fund shortage here. We request the government to give us more money. That you are not hearing. The day when the ISRO chairman says that, then we can say, okay, government should increase the funding for space sector. Otherwise, if you see, funding has increased. Compared to last year also, it has increased by 5%. Dam is also critical infrastructure or not? Dam will become a critical infrastructure if it is generating power. Tidal power. Then it becomes critical infrastructure. Part of critical infrastructure. Clear? Always pro-government, Aryan Chowdhury. Only following this YouTube series will not help you. You will have to read monthly current affair compilation. Keep reading it. That's the only thing to do. Now, the other aspect of it is defense budget. In defense budget, what is the trend? You can read the points, but I'll just take you straight away to the main crux of the article. Close to 8 lakh crore is the total defense allocation for financial year 2027. 8 lakh crore, where ISRO is struggling with 13,000 crore. You know, poor, bichara ISRO. Defense sector is doing what? Jingalala. In which 14.7% is the share of total government expenditure and 27.9% is what? Capital outlay share. That means out of this 8 lakh crore, close to 30% will go to what? For capital investments. That is to set up factories, infrastructure, whatever infrastructure that you are setting up, which will generate wealth. That is, if a factory is opened, let us say a factory is opened, which will sell or which will manufacture AK-203 rifles. AK-203 rifles, to manufacture it, I have opened a factory. Is this capital expenditure or is this revenue expenditure? In India, if there is network problem while you're calling, just cut it once and call again. No, Thomas Shelby. That will not work everywhere. Is it capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Total silence. Yes, very good, Shalini. It is capital expenditure. Anything that will give you a return on investment, that is capital expenditure. That means if we are manufacturing AK-203 rifles in a factory, I can sell these rifles to Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, Taiwan. I can sell these rifles and I can generate money. Therefore, it is capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure means what? It is maintenance. It is just maintenance. I am purchasing S400. S400 I am purchasing from Russia. S400 I am purchasing from Russia. So, that is maintenance. Because I am just giving money and buying a big gun. What is the advantage for me? I will use it. That's it. For Pakistan, we will deliver it for free. That is another story. So, that we are buying, we are using it. It is like I bought biryani, I ate it, finished. This one is like I'm manufacturing biryani and selling it. So, this becomes capital. This becomes revenue. Clear? Spending. Spending in AK-203. How will you call that? Just put it as okay, maybe buying bullets for the AK-203. That you can call it as revenue. Maintenance of AK-203 rifles, revenue expenditure. Selling AK-203, capital. All right. Nearly 40,000 crore year-on-year increase in capital outlay. That is compared to last year, this year, there is a 40,000 crore increase in what? Capital expenditure. What is the reason for it? All thanks to our Khujli neighbor, Pakistan. Pahalgam attack, following that Operation Sindoor. So we are investing heavily on drones. We are also investing on a few other things also. Which among the following are 100% indigenous? Paul, let me see whether it will work or not. Yeah, A, B, C, D. A is the correct answer. Question is 100% indigenous. Definitely Raphael is wrong, S400 is wrong. Project 75I, it is only 60% or 70% indigenous. We are collaborating with multiple players there. Got the point here. In this question also, that is why 100% indigenous I purposefully added. If it was only indigenous, then yes, D is also correct. But 70.83% only got it correct. So let us look at the leaderboard. Amrit Bala, 8 seconds. Aditi, 8.4. Samarth Wagmare, Subhash Gedam, Harshita, Rohit Guha Roy, Simran, Arun Mallappa Kavali, Ravi Shankar Rai, Thomas Shelby. These are the top 10. Top 3 are Amrit Bala, Aditi and Samarth Wagmare. Very good. Clear, people? So that is the logic. Supreme Court, WhatsApp, Meta and data. This article is not over yet. This is largely to do with only two things here. That is, whatever data we have, our data. That is whatever we do with WhatsApp, our personal details, this, that, etc. It is not only that the data is being misused. WhatsApp and Meta has also commercialized it. That is selling to other companies, etc. and getting money out of it, even without our knowledge. The Supreme Court basically told that if you cannot follow the rules of the Constitution, leave. Pack your bags and leave. That is the long and short end of it. They are actually gone to the Supreme Court to basically challenge a tribunal's order. But the tribunal had basically fined WhatsApp and Meta to basically pay some crores and crores of money. So they went to the Supreme Court telling the CCC tribunal is asking us to pay. So Supreme Court also told, hello, what are you doing with the data of Indians? Got the logic here? Little Bhatia, why is India buying 4.5 gen Rafale in the era of 5th generation aircraft? Little Bhatia, it is not whether an aircraft is 4th gen, 5th gen, 6th gen. That is not the point here. The point here is when you purchase an aircraft, does that aircraft suit to your needs? Rafale is one such aircraft where, if you look at its pricing, it starts from something like 80 crore for one aircraft to all the way till it will go till 150, 170, 180 crore also. It depends upon what type of added extra fittings you put into that aircraft. So that is perfect for Indian terrain. That is the only reason. Nothing else other than that. The only reason for that is that. It is perfect for Indian terrain. And now we are in talks with Russia for the next 5th generation aircraft, etc. But Russian aircraft, if you would have seen, the Sukhoi 35, Su-35, it is huge. It is so huge. It would be very difficult to navigate them through the tight, jag-peaked mountains of the Himalayas. To do aerial maneuver, acrobatics, etc., it won't be easy. Got the point here? So that is why we are preferring this. That's the only reason for it. Correct. Maintenance of capital equipment comes under revenue expenditure, but that is only a small amount. That is like depreciation. But ultimately, when I set up a factory for AK-203, the advantage is what? I can sell those. That is the idea. And generate income. On February 3, 2026, the Supreme Court of India stated that WhatsApp and its parent company Meta cannot breach the right to privacy of millions of users in India through the sharing and commercial exploitation of personal data. The 3-judge bench headed by CJI Suryakant and comprising Justice blah 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 compared such data sharing to a decent way of committing theft. Decently, you're committing chori. That is, Indians' data, you're arams are taking it and you're doing whatever you want with it. And observe that millions of bytes of data may already have been taken. Dispute originated in 2021 when WhatsApp introduced a take it or leave it update to its privacy policy permitting increased data sharing with Meta. WhatsApp maintained that end-to-end encryption protects messages, meaning only communicating users can read the content and intermediaries cannot access it. But the Competition Commission of India concluded that the revised policy amounted to abuse of dominant position. So that policy, I don't know how many of you are aware, where WhatsApp said, see, nobody will be able to read that communication. It's completely end-to-end encrypted. That is, to an extent, it is true. And that is the reason why sometimes what happens is the WhatsApp message is deleted. Okay, let us say WhatsApp message you completely deleted. Your side of the messages you completely deleted. You only have one side of the message. That is not enough in a court of law. And messaging alone is not enough in a court of law. They will basically ask what started this? Who started the conversation? We want to know. So that is why in most of the criminal crime cases today, we see one side data completely lost. So that is encrypted only, end to end. Nobody can listen to it, etc. But by signing up to it, what have we done is we gave access to Meta, that is Facebook basically, to access our data. Competition Commission of India held that prior consent obtained for sharing data with Meta was manufactured, that users were effectively compelled to share data to continue accessing messaging services, and imposed a penalty of 213.14 crore. Clear? Meta appealed before National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, which upheld the finding of abuse of dominance and retained the 213.14 crore penalty. So, Competition Commission put penalty on them. Then, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal also told, you pay this much because you have abused your position. But set aside the direction barring data sharing between Meta Group entities for advertising purposes for 5 years, treating such sharing between parent and subsidiary as a standard business practice and viewing a 5-year moratorium as a disproportionate structural remedy. What is the issue here? See, ultimately, WhatsApp and Meta are not two different companies, right? Both are connected. So WhatsApp has our data. WhatsApp and Meta are nothing but basically under the same players. The WhatsApp data is being used by Meta. Let them use it. That is what National Company Law Tribunal told. Competition Commission of India said nothing doing. No sharing between WhatsApp and Meta. Whatever data WhatsApp is having, WhatsApp only should keep it. It shouldn't share. At least for a period of 5 years. National Company Law Tribunal, and they also said more than 200 crore fine. National Company Law Tribunal said, Arey, they are one company na, so it is okay. WhatsApp and Meta, let them share data. This is fine. But 200 crore that you people pay. Meta and WhatsApp subsequently challenged the decision before Supreme Court. During the hearing, Supreme Court questioned the ethical and constitutional validity of consent obtained in a monopolistic digital environment shaped by network effects, observing that asking users either leave the platform or share their data effectively denies meaningful choice, and remarking that opting out of WhatsApp in India may be akin to asking opting out of the country. Means what? WhatsApp in 2021, basically they said that is if you don't give consent to that privacy policy, you won't be able to use WhatsApp anymore. Imagine a life without WhatsApp. Correct, it is very difficult. Personal you forget. Official work, nothing will work then. So Supreme Court basically said that, basically telling people that if you don't accept this privacy policy, then you cannot use WhatsApp anymore. That is almost like telling the people to get out of the country. Exactly. Aryan. The bench further questioned whether individuals with limited digital literacy, including rural residents, street vendors, domestic workers, could understand complex consent language and take informed decisions, stating that in practical terms, there may be no genuine opt-out option. That is ultimately, see, if there is another platform like WhatsApp means, then no issues. We can all communicate over there. We can say, Chipo, no need of WhatsApp anymore. We could have done that. But no. Only WhatsApp is there. It is the only it is a monopoly in its field. So basically they are asking, how will poor people understand? People with poor digital literacy, how will they understand this? Justice Joy Malia Bagchi shifted the focus from privacy alone to the economic value of data, observing that every category or silo of personal data, whether private or non-private, carries value, and that behavioral data defined as information regarding user patterns and tendencies can be analyzed and monetized for targeted advertising within Meta's advertising-driven business model. That is the reality, right? When I am giving consent, WhatsApp has access to my contacts. WhatsApp has access to my call records. WhatsApp will also be sitting and watching what videos I am watching. Based on all that behavioral patterns, which websites I am clicking, what am I watching, what videos I am watching, etc., they can easily get to know what is my behavioral pattern. Based on that behavioral pattern, suggest products, newspaper, news articles, links, internet search engines, everything gets altered by that. So Meta and WhatsApp, what they are doing is just sitting simply, just selling my data. They are able to generate enough amount of what? Advertisement money, ad money. They are getting in plenty. Nothing they did, only because what? I gave one consent in 2021. Use my data. They are using it in every form possible. Yashpal Sin Rajput, Telegram, I will tell you one problem is that tracking is difficult. WhatsApp today, somebody messages you, some message comes, etc. You don't know that person, etc. That person can still be tracked. Telegram, it is not possible. That is why half of the dash and dash are there in Telegram. The biggest headache. So, for example, I have a group. Telegram group is there. Official of PW. For each faculty it is there. But I am no more active in the group which they have opened for me. 14,000 subscribers are there. Why? Enough number of idiots are there. Either they will harass the girls there, or they will keep on spamming it. They will keep sending wahyat videos, pictures, images, etc. Like some useless who are there in YouTube also. Only they want to spam because they never received any attention from their parents. Now they want attention from me. That is the issue there. I thought of taking it to the cyber cell, and inspector will see. We can track them, but it will be a little difficult. Without an official complaint, it will be difficult. And I thought, okay, leave. Because an official complaint means that person's future will get screwed up. And he'll be some, Chintu from Chandigarh or something. Who knows? Chintu from Chandigarh, I didn't say. That was said by one actress in one video. Okay, I'm just quoting her. These days, what will become viral, we don't know. Court raised the issue of rent sharing of data, referring to the sharing of economic gains derived from commercial exploitation of personal data, and noted that the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, India's first comprehensive statutory framework governing digital personal data privacy, primarily addresses privacy protection, does not expressly regulate monetization of data or sharing of its economic value. Yeah, Aratal is the best option. I agree with that. Yes, Palsin Rajput. Yes, correct. So, only one judge made one sensible comment here. You took my data. You made money out of it. Now, like who said that? Rohit said, all apps will share data. Nobody can stop it. Correct. Very true. Now they took my data. They made money out of it. Ideally, don't you think they should share part of that wealth with me? Got the point here. Part of that wealth, they should share it with me. So I will tell you how this works in other industries. For example, you know the actor Ali Fazal. Correct? Mirzapur ke Bhaiya. Mirzapur, that web series, anybody would have watched it. So in one of his interview, he basically said that he has acted in one particular, franchise of this Fast and Furious. In one of the installments of Fast and Furious, he has acted in it. In whichever part of the world, wherever Fast and Furious gets played, maybe in Netflix, maybe in Amazon, wherever it gets played, one minimum amount as check will come to him. Some $100 or $110 or something will come to him. A percentage based on his whatever star value. It will come to him. It is a reality. Because according to the Hollywood laws, etc., that movie, everybody gets one small check, not only for the producer. So if I'm the producer of Fast and Furious, if I'm playing it in Netflix, okay, or in Amazon, or in cable TV, where ads, etc., will be generated, I will get the money. But a percentage of it will go to everybody in the cast and the crew, including the stuntman. Everybody will get a share. Got the point here? That is the difference between technicians in Hollywood and technicians in India. Here only the producer will keep making money. Nobody will get a single penny. That is why when you look at US stunt drivers, etc., because I always used to wonder, Ali Fazal, he hardly acts in any movies. But when this guy comes out on the road or something, he dresses so fancily. His costumes are all like worth lakhs together. I was like, yeah, he doesn't work, hardly works in Indian movies. From where the hell is he affording all this? This is how he affords it. He gets a percentage. So what this judge is also telling is the same thing. You took the data of the customers, you made money out of it. Ideally, you are supposed to be sharing a percentage of it with those customers, right? That is how it's supposed to be. Clear? Bench question whether personal data losses all value once voluntarily shared and whether it is jurisprudentially acceptable to assume that shared data ceases to carry economic significance. They are asking them. You're basically telling that the data, whatever the customer shared, it does not have any economic value. On what basis are you telling it? Solicitor General of India Tushar Mehta stated that private data is not merely sold, but commercially exploited and that users function both as consumers as well as products. That is the point here. Use my data, generate a product to find out what product I like. Then sell that information to other companies who are selling the product. Then they will sell that product to me. Saw the cycle here. Understood. So Instagram the other day I was checking out nice leather boots. Proper leather boots. Accidentally clicked on one link, one video, one post. Now my entire Insta feed is filled with what? Shoes. This I was surprised that these many companies are there in India that are selling leather shoes. Normally we know only one, two, three brands. For me, I only know hardly one, two, three brands. Now I am hearing these many companies are there. All started up by youngsters. Court directed a comparison between Digital Personal Data Protection Act and the European Union's Digital Services Act, which contains governance provisions for online platforms and digital markets and addresses broader accountability dimensions beyond privacy, while noting that certain foreign jurisdiction imports taxation or heavy damage in case of improper data sharing. What does this mean? In Europe, it is not just your data privacy. You are not even supposed to, that is, if at all the data is taken, used for commercial purposes, heavy fine is laid. Heavy fine. Clear? Union government was implemented through the Ministry of Electronics and IT to assist in examining these comparative and policy issues. CJ illustrated the concern by referring to a situation where a person communicates online with a doctor about medicines and soon thereafter receives targeted advertisements relating to medical services. Judiciary may need to adopt more intensive and innovative oversight mechanisms in relation to dominant digital platforms and issued an ultimatum that Meta must provide an undertaking to stop sharing personal data, failing which the petitions may be dismissed and very strict conditions will be imposed. So it is still pending. We'll have to wait what will happen. Not even shopping apps, only PW and Telegram. Vareva. Little Bhatia, the only thing to do here is 2-3 rules here. Number 1, when you are going to sleep, let us say 10:30 or 11 o'clock you are going to sleep. Don't carry your phone near your bed. Leave the phone somewhere far. Don't carry it. You take a book. Even if you read a novel also it is fine. Read something, go off to sleep. Keep a designated place to use your phone. A designated place to study. That is, wherever you sit and study, you will not use your phone. But what if I want to search or Google? That much level of what preparation you are doing. Even if you have something to Google and find out, write the word, do it later. Do it after half an hour or 45 minutes after you finish reading or covering something. Automatically usage will come down. You won't be requiring this YouTube, that tube, this tube, etc. That is the reality. All of us have to do only one simple thing there. Don't take your phone near your bed. You want to watch a movie? Sit somewhere. Sit on a chair, watch the movie. Finish the movie. Keep the phone away. Then go off to sleep. Simple thing you do. Everything will fall in place. This data is basically to do with the fact that Supreme Court is having this increased tendency now for what? Death row acquittals and death sentences. That is, Supreme Court is actually commuting most of the death sentences to life imprisonment. Always going behind this what? Rarest of rarest doctrine. Ten death row acquittals by Supreme Court in 2025. Between 2016 to 2025, 1,310 death sentences imposed by session courts between 2016 and 2025. 128 death sentences were imposed in 2025. However, majority of them got commuted at the High Court level or at the Supreme Court level. They have been commuted to life imprisonment. Clear? Men becoming subordinate in the name of women's empowerment. First of all, from where did you get this stupid question? Women empowerment. What do you mean by women empowerment first? And what do you mean by men's subordination? That question itself is misogynistic. Good evening, sir. I have one doubt. Bachchan Singh case. Official development assistance. Again, data-based. So, official development assistance simply means what funding countries give. Country donating money. For what? For reducing poverty, improving health, etc. But what we are seeing is, most of the time, this last few years, if you see, ODA, countries are no more giving or donating money to reduce poverty. As a result of which you are going to have by 2030 you will have 22.6 million additional deaths, in which 5.4 billion will be of children below the age of 5. Taking it further forward, benefits of official development assistance program between 2002 to 2021, there was a 39% reduction in child mortality, a 70% reduction in HIV, 56% reduction in malaria, and another 56% reduction in nutritional deficiency. So official development assistance, it is declining largely because global economic slowdown. Countries are struggling for money now. So they have no interest in what? Giving loans or grants. But that will actually affect the low income and middle income countries. Clear? That's it, people. That's the end of it. Correct. Your English is very not good. Oof. And your English is fantastic, Mr. Shadow. You are like a lion. I am not at all like a lion. How to become like you? Why, Faizan, you don't love your life or what? I am Anshika. Very good. I am Nikhil Ram. Any other questions, people? What degree can I take for UPSC? MBBS or engineering? What are you interested in? Take up that. Your degree and UPSC has got nothing to do with each other. The Titan and Pinnacle, the class is over. Any other questions you are having, you may ask that. Others may leave. Thank you, Samarth. How to analyze PYQs for pre? Read the question first and then analyze each wrong option. Why an option is wrong. That is all you have to do. Analyzing PYQ means. Thank you. I am Ningu from Karnataka. Nice. Thank you, Tani. This is my first Kannada class. How should I start studying it? Maleban Chowdhury. Chowdhury Saab, what you'd have to do is keep reading monthly current affair compilation of PW. Attend these classes because these are weekly classes. You will get to know what is happening in the world. Alright. And let me tell you, don't try to do pin to pin every now and then. There will be some YouTube channel. Something happens in the world, they'll immediately report it. Wait. Sometimes some news are like, hoo-ha, they will do. But then finally it will be nothing. It won't even have one iota of significance in the UPSC prelims or in the mains paper. So don't go behind sensationalism. Don't go behind jingoism. Oh my God, this is very important, blah, blah, blah. Don't try to do that. Wait till the finality comes. So metadata also, this whole point, still final orders are yet to come. So let us wait for it. So some topics are there like that. We need to wait till final orders come. Even with the rabies issue also, we need to wait till finally what is Supreme Court going to say. What is the finality to it? What is the final conclusion? Wait till then. In meanwhile, some changes may keep happening. Let it happen. We need not worry about it. Importantly, focus on monthly current affairs. Every day, try to read 10 pages per day. If you're reading the PDF, highlight. If you are somebody who takes the printout of the entire January month's current affair, you're reading the hard copy, underline it. That's all you have to do. Keep reading, keep reading, keep reading. Preparation today by your class. Very good. Sir, I'm not interested in government banking job, but still preparing because of family. Currently, I'm working as HR and I'm interested in that and in teaching. What should I do? Do what you love. Vimal Patel. Vimala Patel. Oh, sorry. Yeah, monthly current affairs is easily available. You have improved your vocabulary because of my classes. My English teacher should see this. Can final year engineering students attempt this year's pre? I guess so. See, I am not aware of the current rules of UPSC. Trust me. Now, other than asking, do you have an ex-girlfriend? Why did she dump you? Did you cheat on her? Now, what is she doing? Other than that one question, other than that topic, they are literally asking everything there in the UPSC form. It is easy to go and get a land registered or even to get acquired citizenship in India by naturalization or by registration. That is far more easier than filling UPSC prelims form. So please read the instructions properly because I am not at all aware of the latest instructions, what clauses and conditions are there. Please read it. Yeah, you can skip it. Not a problem. I am reading daily newspapers, so should I attend weekly lecture? Left to you, Shailza. Yeah, enough. Just mark it. See, listen to it. Important data that you can take. See, some data will not change suddenly. Say, for example, this data here. This won't change because this is between 2002 and 2021 what was achieved. So some data are there which are like permanent, of a permanent nature. That you note down. Which is the best optional paper in UPSC. Whichever optional you like, subject you like. That is the best optional. 10 pages per day. That's it. Answer writing. Study that topic, prepare on it. For example, if you are analyzing last 10 years question paper of UPSC mains, education, health, these are two topics which you will find in under society in GS paper 1. You will also find them in governance in GS paper 2. So what should you do? What are the articles associated with this? The DPSP, the fundamental duties, etc. associated with these two articles. Even fundamental rights also. Right to access to health. All that. First get that sorted out. Second thing, what and all central schemes are there associated with education? Central schemes associated with health. Which are the states which are really doing well in education and health? Which are the states doing very bad in education and health? Take out all the data. Once you take out that, so first find out the polity angle to it. Then get the data part. That is scheme, the best states and the worst states. This much you get it out first. Then start writing the answers to the mains questions. Practical speech. Hiram Badevnath. That is better, right? Cut the clutter and hit the nail on its head. Why trying to tell people, this is so sad, trying to sugarcoat it? Just deliver the bad news as it is. I want to tell you something. Don't feel bad. Why? तेरा होने वाला नहीं है, तू फेल हो जाएगा, चल खत्म, end of the story. Will you teach polity in Pinnacle 8.0? Khuda jaane ke, I don't know. Arushi, again, no idea because all thanks to our Pookie. I have no idea what is the current rule. I have no idea about it. As far as earlier rules were concerned, you have to sign. If you sat in the exam hall, signed in that whatever attendance, whatever they bring, where you have to sign the question paper or whatever answer card or whatever, then that attempt is counted. Earlier it was like that. If you go to the exam hall, attempt is counted. Now I am not sure how it is. Whether absence is counted or not, I don't know. No, Arushi, it will not be counted. Sarika answered it. Budget, actually nothing, to be very honest. Budget related question, you will get 1 or 2 question. It is really not worth it. But budget, actually what is more than budget, I would focus on economic survey. Because in economic survey, you have schemes, various solutions, etc. So that schemes are important. December 1 current affairs isn't enough. It's more than enough. All right. You will have to start reading the NCRTs and place more effort. Kanagam Vamshi Krishna. In this channel itself, there is a book list video made by Harpreet Sir. You may follow that. Entire book list you will get of UPSC. Yes, Harshita, thank you. How will I start UPSC preparation? I'm Bengali medium student. So decide which language you want. If it is Hindi medium means, go to PWOnlyIAS UPSC channel. There you will find book material, NCRT material, etc. Probably in Hindi only they speak over there. Follow that. Is there any best material to study PABAD? Kavya, there is no single material for public administration. There are multiple books, and it is not that all the books you have to sit and read from page to page. You have to handpick them and do it. That is the only headache with PABAD. PABAD's only headache is from every book, little you have to take. And if you don't know what to take from where, it will become difficult. That somebody answered already, Omkar. You have to be a graduate to appear. That is what somebody said. Vamshi, I already answered that. Thank you, Shiv. I hope you are complimenting me. Sai Ganesh Ambati, not related to UPSC. As in? I didn't understand. Follow the current affair. Anmol Saini. Stay updated with the current affair. Current affairs, if you are following from 11th standard, you will be at least 50% ready for UPSC preparation. Any books normally. This is a wonderful book. Then this. Then this. These books you can consider. Sheikh Mahamud Basha. Difference between MG Nareg and VB G Ramji bill. Main difference I will tell you. In MG Narega, the thing is 100% it is funded by the center. So, what happens here is, states can do anything that they want. And it's a demand-based job. Demand-based means, state will say, CCC, from rural area they're demanding for MG Narega. Come on, give us funds. And center will have to pay. 100% from center. And just to let you know, you would have heard of this word called CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General. CAG will audit central fund, state funds. But CAG cannot audit Panchayat and municipality. So whatever a Gram Panchayat does with the Narega funds, etc., there is no way of what verifying it. The other aspect of it is, no, who is that? Gaya. The other aspect of it is, now you also, if you have seen Narega workers, it's been close to 20 years now since the scheme came. What asset have they created in a rural area? What asset? Like, have they made something like a warehouse, or to stop flood? Have they created something, or to ensure that rain water is there during a summer season? Have they built a big tank? Nothing. Generally, they do some haphazard work, cleaning the road, cleaning the small drain. Then they sit and chit chat, and then they go. They all end up making money. This is the reality of it. Got it? Close to 8 lakh crore is the budget what we are spending on defense this year. Correct? That much is the money that has been spent in what? Narega. And where are the assets? What asset have they created? Nothing. On the contrary, the G bill, when you see, first thing is, it is 60-40 share. Now states are not so happy because of that. The center is telling, I will give you the money. Up to 60%, my share will come. Later, if the people are demanding for rural work, you will put fund. I will only give my share. People are demanding for more means, you will put your share. Number one. Most important point is, whatever you are building, I don't care. You are going to track it down. The latitude, the longitude, the GPS, the photograph, geotagging it and uploading it, everything into the website. I want to see what you have done with my money. Rural infrastructure, what have you built? I want to see it. This is the reason why most states are like, oh, no, they are telling. Because this is nothing but corruption. Narega. Everybody is eating. State is eating, Panchayat is eating, everybody is sitting and eating nicely. That is why some people, some very intelligent people were telling, like, Narega, we need a scheme in urban areas also. Mahatma Gandhi National Urban Employment Guaranteed Act. That way from municipality also we can eat. This was there. This was actually being said. This will empower the urban area. No empowerment is going to happen. In rural area, you yourself see what asset have they created in your village. Through Narega, nothing, not a thing. Probably the Panchayat president of that area, the state government, they would have become really fat and healthy, good, big houses, etc. They would have constructed. All with this fund. Here, every rupee is going to get tracked down. That's it. Oof. Demographic change real. As in, demographic change in what aspect? All right. Please, active on LinkedIn. Too much of social media. Degree, you need to be in final year for UPSC. Omkar, if you don't know about the exam, then how did you get here? People just read. You're going into a profession where you have to read a file even before you put a signature on it. So try, building that habit from now. Read the instructions of UPSC. Start taking tuition, Sai Ganesh Ambati. Impacts on cooperative federalism. No impact on cooperative federalism and all. This is actually like you're holding everybody accountable. PM Birla status. What status? Om Birla, status of his seat. Let us see. No, the resolution has been put up only now. We will see what happens. Wait till it comes. There are very less chances that he will be removed. NDA government enjoys a majority there. So, no, nothing is going to change. Christy, the problem is, right, one of the major problem I'll tell you, I'm not going to defame or demean anybody. The thing is, most of the faculties unfortunately reads this newspaper called The Hindu. Only The Hindu. Now, when you keep reading only The Hindu, right, what will happen is you will actually feel that country, Gaya. This is going to become a dictatorship. BJP, very bad. Congress, very good. This is what they are trying to sell as a narrative. If you are truly a faculty, forget a faculty. If you are somebody who is having brains, what will you do? There is always another side to the story, right? That also you have to see. So the information, whatever I gave you, that is this digital rural infrastructure stack, it is called. That means whatever you are going to build through GRAMG, you are going to upload it. You are going to upload it. You constructed a school, upload it. You constructed a veterinary hospital, upload it. Whatever you are building, upload it. That is the significant aspect of GRAMG, which the Hindu conveniently has not mentioned. They are going on telling the poor people of the rural India. They are going on telling that. But like how I have asked a question, you think, you don't take my word also for granted. Don't. God comes down and says anything, always says, Sir, God, just 1 minute, let me go and cross check it. Now, some of you are from rural India, correct? Answer this one question. Where have you seen a hard-working MG Narega worker? Where have you seen that? My father's place back in Thrissur. When these Narega workers come, they walk like models. Slowly. Hit the tip, hit the apple, hit the tip, hit the apple. That's how they walk. Tin, 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 tin. One leg, crossover, change now. That is how they go. You can actually put a music. I have done that. They were far away and I will give a music and I'll call my mom and go, look how they are walking. Tin, tin, tish, tin, tish, tin, tin, tish. That's how they walk. 4 to 5. Oscar level. They start working as if they are working for, Garuda in KGF mine. Like that they work. Overacting wholesale. This is what it is. Men especially spend a lot of their time in the tying, untying and readjustment of the lungi. This is what happens. Tell me that I am wrong. Tell me that no, in my village area, they all work very hard. They have built one Taj Mahal only there in that village. Exactly. See, Christina, where are you from? Okay, I don't know whether it is a he or a she, but anyway, now you said the right thing. Got the point here. That is how it happens. My place also, my father's place also the same thing. Clean the same thing what has already been cleaned and keep on taking break after break. You are a very good singer. India is really a democracy. Pankaj Gaikwad, what happened? What did you eat? Naeem Naike, it is yet to come into picture. Wait, the bill has been already introduced. It is yet to be implemented. You are in India. It is not that a bill comes immediately in rural area, we will see the change. That change you will see only 6-7 months down the line. This year's budget, it is almost like for 90,000 crore has been allocated for GRAMG. 30,000 crore has been allocated for MG Narega. What is why this difference? Because slowly this will get cut down and only this will remain. That is the idea. Okay, she. How to revise effectively. There is nothing called effectively. Stop adding this word. Effectively how to read. Effectively how to prepare in everything. Read every day consistently. Broke the good road. That is what? Breaking it. That is somehow they have to show, right? They did some work. This is what they will do. Because nobody is questioning them. What work have you done? Payment is going on coming from center. Study your 10th properly, man. Clear your boards first. Professional, do I have to fill it again? No, you don't have to fill it again. Thank you, Yash Pal Sin Rajput. Ooh. Aditya, study in your 10th. Please focus on your board exams. Arey yaar. Only spammers now. One more minute I will wait. Then I will just call it a day. MLA being held under PSA. I'm not aware of it. Okay. How to manage family problem while preparing. Are you the reason for the family problem? If yes, then interfere. Can you solve it? Yes, then solve. But generally, 99% of the family issues, you are not the reason. No, then don't interfere. Still, you decided to interfere because you are, Dharti Putra. You decided to solve all the problems of all the people of the world. You decided to interfere, but now can you solve it? Answer is no. Then again, the answer is what? Don't interfere. Understand what is within your control and what is not within your control. If it is not within your control, let go of it. Take care, Rohit. Get busy with your life. You'll automatically stop overthinking. ICSE books better than NCRT. Nothing like that. All are one and the same. Advocate Shraddha Badi. Yeah, maybe I should. Naeem Naike. See, justified, not justified, ultimately the law will take its course. So somebody did something, according to whatever rules or regulations are there, action will be taken by the law. So is it justified? Is this fair? Is it unfair? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. It is unfair means from court you should try to get bail. As simple as that. Those who want can leave. I'm just seeing whether any random questions are going. How to identify the neutral sources of scheme or project of government? Neutral sources. There's only one thing to do. Whatever scheme or thing is there, put it up in Google. And then click news. 2-3 links will pop up. Read what is given in the Hindu, read what is given in New Indian Express, read what is given in Deccan Herald or Economic Times. I prefer Economic Times more because they will give both the sides of the story. Generally, this is one neutral paper, but little expensive to maintain. I am from the state of Kerala, settled in Bangalore. How many successful UPSC aspirants since the year you started this coaching platform? I didn't start this coaching platform, by the way. It was started by Alex Sir. All right. And how many successful aspirants, when you ask me, let me tell you, 7% is the success rate of almost all the academies. PW has been doing good in that regard for the simple reason that our courses are very affordable. So in the last few years, we have been doing great. Our results are quite good. You can Google it and find it out. How many results we generated. Look at the number of seats, man. It's hardly 1,000 seats are there. 1,000 seats are there. And there are more than 1,000 academies in the country. Your results and all, nobody can say that, it's only me that did it. No, nothing like that. Actually, no academy can wholeheartedly take credit of that. That's it. We are able to generate more results for the reason that faculties are good. All are experienced faculties with more than 10-12 years experience. And then the PW courses are affordable. You go to Delhi to do the same thing, you will end up like go to the entire old Rajendra Nagar or Mukherjee Nagar areas. You try to pay the fees there just for one course alone, you may have to pay 1 lakh. Here, the whole thing will get covered in what? Maybe 20, 25,000 max to max. All right, Thomas Shelby, sign out. Akshay, get into a job then. Just go start working. Start earning your money. Yeah, matriculation means 10th. Congress alliance with Vijay. How is going to affect the majority requirement in Tamil Nadu? Who cares? BBC Bhargav. I am not. See, why are you worried about politics of Tamil Nadu? Or why are you worried about the politics of Kerala? Finally, somebody will win, somebody will lose. Correct? Let it happen. Who cares? Alliances will keep changing. Today, can you say with full confidence that, or okay, let me just put it into something better. Kamal Hassan had started a party. Initially, he was also criticizing DMK. Now, finally, he joined with DMK. He got a Rajya Sabha seat also. But the point here, there are no permanent enemies in politics. So don't try to analyze, will Congress do this, that, etc. Don't do that. Today, who is in opposition will join with ruling party tomorrow. Who is in ruling party may join with opposition tomorrow. Although I don't know who is stupid enough to do that. But still, that is how it works. Don't waste your time in all this. Yashpal Sin, when you are attending PW classes, ask the faculty concerned. Should we buy any other books or your notes are sufficient or not? Sometimes some faculties will say, just stick with my notes. That's enough. Then only stick with that. The faculty says, buy the Lakshmikant also, read that also, read this also, then only follow that. That's it. Kerala stands more developed than any other state. That is because Rohit Guha Roy teach a man how to fish. He will eat for a lifetime. Kerala focused on education from day one. That is the reason. The so-called caste hierarchies, what are there? Say for example, in many parts of North India, you will see, right, lower caste people being beaten up just because they traveled in a horse. They are pulled down, the horse leg is broken, then they are made to sit on a donkey, half their head is shaved, half their mustache is shaved, black oil is poured on their head, and then they are made to go to the, Bharat. They are made to go like that to the Dulhan's home. All those things are there even today. Even today. You won't find that in Kerala. In Kerala, you will not find the whole thing there. Oh, with SC/ST people you are sitting. That also you are not going to find out. You are not going to find it anywhere. SC, ST, OBC, general category, all will be mingling together. That is how it is. That is how it is. So because that is not there, that thought process is not there. That is the reason why they invest on what is needed. Education, health. It's a normal thing over there. Normal thing to the point where today average marriage age of the ladies, like Kerala girls, have gone from 27 to like 32 years. This is the average marrying age. Because they do their graduation, post-graduation, get into a job and all that. That's the reason. India versus Pakistan. Let them play, man. Who cares? You are going to get 1 rupees benefit out of it. Seriously? They will all, just to write one name, let us say Khaitan fan. Okay. In the helmet. On the helmet of the player, whoever is batting. For that, they will get paid 4 crore. 4 crore. Per match, or whether it is for the whole tournament, I don't know. But that is the amount. If you are a bigger player, like a master class batsman, like Kohli, Dhoni, etc., payment will go up. They turn, they sit, they stand, the kerchief they use, the gloves they use, everywhere it's an endorsement. The more I keep endorsing, the more money I make. For whom is it benefiting? If that money was going into some poor fund, or BCCI is going to start a hospital for the poor, then I would have understood. BCCI does not pay a single rupee tax because apparently it is a charitable organization. What is the charity they are doing? Don't ask me. Lost interest. I don't watch it only. My batchmate from Kerala got married in 4th year only. My dear Rohit, exceptions are there everywhere. Okay, I have students in my contact list. I'm not even going to tell the names of the states for whom marriage has come even before they have turned 18. All right, their grandparents are going on scolding their parents, telling that why didn't you get her married? She should have been married as soon as she turned 14. But that you leave. That exception is there everywhere. In the faculty list in Pinnacle 8.0, you are a polity teacher. Olledu. I never knew that. Yashpal Singh Rajput. So you will be forced to bear me there also. Modi name came with abstain. Prakash Rai, one simple thing I will tell you. Just Google and find out for how many years Modi was banned from getting a US visa in the internet. Just go and Google it. Okay. Just simply Google that. That is all I will tell you. Just Google that much. That much you do. How many years he was there? Just find that out. US visa was banned for him. Why in the early stage? Who knows here? There are still people. See, if a woman wants to get married, see, that is the point here. Sometimes it could be parental pressure. Some parents are there. I'm not denying it. Some parents are there. They will get some proposal and they'll be like, wow, this proposal is important. Now only we'll marry her off. 19 also, they have married their girls. And they have ended up in suicide or in dowry harassment cases. That thing happens. That is there everywhere in India. But on an average, I'm talking about, on average, it is 27 to 32. The marriageable age has like shot up like anything. That is why Kerala is having, see, the other aspect of it is what? Around more than 1/5 of the population, that is more than 20% of the population is today old. Birth rates are declining drastically. I want to listen to song, that's why please sir leave. Shivam, you are in the batch here. If I give one complaint now, you have asked me to leave, that will be the end of it. You won't be asking any further question. There is an option inside your phone only to end it and get out. So leave. Sir, who is beginning with polity will only Lakshmikant work? No, you will also have to follow up with current affairs. Karnatak. Oof. It's not Karnatak, it's Karnataka. Thank you, Shifa. 9 years ban. Yeah. I don't want your apology. Your apologies are as unwarranted and unsolicited as your comment. You're lucky this is this is online. Haddoti hai yaar. Ah, yeah, one big fun. Yeah, everybody laugh. Shivam just said a big joke. Everybody contribute. How to manage. Okay, all Wahiyat questions. Let's call it a day, people. Take care. Oops. End